Hi, 143 fam. Welcome to channel 143. I'm Antonia. Thank you for being here. Each month, I give away 2 free readings to 2 winners. If you would like to be considered for a free reading, leave me a comment below your video. Let me know how you've connected with your video. Also, let me know that you have subscribed, and I will alert winners by April 30th. Now, let's jump into your April horoscopes. Hi, Capricorn. This reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm going to start with your general overview. Then I'm going to jump into your love spread. I will have timestamps down below for you guys. Capricorn, I'm doing something special for you in this video because mid-month I was unable to release yours and a few other signs mid-month love reading because my little kitty passed away. I needed some time to heal before I could jump back into reading. So what I'm going to do in the love spread, because we missed a love reading last month, mid-month, we're going to start off with our traditional love spread that we do every month. And then I'm also going to do a separate spread to get a little clarity into what your partner is thinking or what potential partners are thinking, okay? So let's jump in. We're going to start with your general overview for April 2019. Capricorn, April 2019. Okay. Capricorn, first message is a message of accepting what is. Now, for some of you, and this is actually going to apply to the majority of you, it's not just accepting what is, accepting what isn't working and still appreciating things for what they are. It's not that kind of a message. It's accepting your blessings, accepting that a love is good and that it can stay good, okay? Accepting that things are going really well in career and there's not going to be a hard stop to that. Accepting what is. It's really about accepting your blessings this month, okay? Allowing blessings to come all the way in, but appreciating what's showing up for you at this time, okay? It'll keep you open. It'll keep you in a state of gratitude if you do that. But I'm definitely feeling that some of you may be having a hard time really owning the fact that things have gotten really good for Capricorn, okay? So we're going to take a little bit more of a look into that. Let's get some clarity for you. Capricorn, April 2019. General overview for Capricorn. This is why things are getting really good for you, Capricorn, because you recognize your soul purpose. You guys are getting really clear on what it is you're supposed to be doing with your life. What makes your soul happy? Why are you here on this planet? How can you help other people, okay? So many of you have already come into alignment with this. If you haven't come full circle with this, take time in April to really get clear about what it is that you're passionate about. What would you like to turn into a business? Not just something that can make you money, but what would make your heart happy, okay? What would serve other people while you're still doing something that you love? Okay, there's definitely a connection between Capricorn connecting with other people, whether it be a service, a business, an idea that helps people collectively, okay? But again, sitting at the center. So first card's out here. You're moving toward this. If you have not embraced a new idea yet, it's time. Right now is the perfect time to launch projects. Okay, April is the perfect time. We are past Mercury retrograde. Some of you had done a lot of work, and then you got to the retrograde, and I was definitely feeling that you're very conscious or a little cautious about releasing anything in March. For those of you that did, it was okay. I know there was a message last month that said, look, as long as you've done the work, you're okay releasing whatever you would like to release in March. But for those of you who have waited, now's the time. Try not to wait too much longer. If you haven't gotten clear on what this business is, I mean, this is sitting at the center of your reading, but it's not just any old business. It's the business that puts you in alignment with your soul purpose. How can you serve people? That is what I'm channeling for you. How can you serve people in a way that brings you joy, Capricorn? If you're not clear on that, you have to get clear on it this month. It is time. It's time to get something off the ground. If you put a lot of work into a creative project, for example, it's time to launch it. April is a great starting point. A lot of doors are opening. There's a bigger energy around May, but April is very blessed for you. It's time to release. It's time to step forward. It's time to really own this, okay? What Spirit is showing me is, hey, we need you now, Capricorn. We need you, okay? So that idea, that creative idea And it doesn't have to necessarily be in a creative field, but it's a divinely inspired idea. Spirit saying, please launch this. We're asking you. We sent this to you because we know that you can take this idea and do something really profound with it. You'll help a lot of other people. But for so many of you, okay, so we have life purpose, we have entrepreneur, and then reward yourself. For so many of you Capricorn, you've already put this work in, you've already gotten clear, you've already launched something, or you're about to. Good job. When this card comes through, Spirit is saying, good job to you. It is the most beautiful affirmation of a job well done. Okay, so make sure, even though you'll be working hard, and I definitely see schedules being a little bit more hectic in April and May than say in March. Okay, the retrograde, Mercury retrograde probably slows you down a little bit. Expect your schedules to be a little more chaotic now. Take time, take a little time off, even if it's a few hours every day, even if it's one day a week. Make sure you're doing something to reward yourself, to be kind to your inner child, because whatever this is, this life purpose, this business, it requires a lot of energy. It requires you to stay very healthy, not just physically healthy, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So take some time this month as well to nurture yourself. But for those of you that aren't quite as far along with this, the message for you is that it's time. Okay? I think you know what it is that we're talking about here. For the majority of you, you know. Okay. Beautiful message here. Life purpose that you are now coming into alignment with is being clarified with love. Again, this life purpose is connected to what it is you love to do. What is that thing you would do even if you weren't being paid for it? I'm feeling a lot of creative energy come through. So say for those of you that are artists or you're musicians, would you be creating anyway? There's something about what it is that you love that is such a big message. It is not just about making money, okay? It is not just about helping other people and sacrificing yourself. It's about launching something that brings you joy, you genuinely love to do every single day, even if it's a passion project and it will become work. Some people are afraid to turn passion projects into work because, yes, there is a different dynamic with that. But there's also going to be a lot of joy when you're recognized, and that's part of this message too. Some of you are so far along with something. In April and into May, you're being recognized publicly for your work, for your creative projects, for the new business, the new service, okay? I'm definitely feeling, and this is only going to apply to a small percentage of Capricorn, and this may not be a Capricorn sun. This may be somebody watching Capricorns in another part of their chart. Somebody's afraid to be an entrepreneur. Capricorns are typically very grounded in the fact that they're great entrepreneurs. They launch their businesses. They make phenomenal bosses. There's somebody watching, and I feel like for the majority of you, you know that that's a strong point. But for those of you watching that don't feel like you can handle this, you're afraid to do this. You've never done it. You're not sure if you have what it takes to launch a business or to take on, this new idea to launch it, potentially help other people. You're not sure if you have what it takes. Spirit is telling me so loudly and so clearly with so much power, it is time for you. It is time for you to acknowledge that this is who you are. It is time to acknowledge that your talents and your ideas and your work ethic have so much value. You are a leader. So if that's not something you're fully in alignment with in April, it's time to come full circle with it, okay? Work on your inner child. Work on your self-esteem, because Capricorn, even if you don't believe it, you will have a ton of success here. Entrepreneur, and this is sitting in the center, okay? Entrepreneur is being clarified. A blessing in disguise. For some of you, and we've been talking about this, for some of you, some doors closed. Some doors may have closed very quickly. For some of you, I'm definitely feeling like there was a deal or an investor that fell through. It's okay. There is something bigger here, especially for those of you where a job, you may not have gotten fired. It could have been, a company-wide layoff scenario. And now you're like, okay, well, I was so loyal to them for so many years. What do I do? The blessing here is that it's holding space for you to circle either back to this or to move forward to this. For some of you, there's a project and idea that you've been thinking about for a long time, and then you got distracted with life and work and the financial stability of being in, say, the old company or the current company, and something got put on the back burner. You'll be circling back to that, but it's definitely something that launches your life forward, okay? It's not going to feel like a step backwards, even if you're circling back to an older idea. It would definitely have to be in alignment with this new forward motion energy, okay? Reward yourself is being clarified by the ocean. Okay, some of you just need a vacation. Reward yourself. If you can travel, do it. You've earned this. You know you've earned this. You earned this long before the start of the new year, Capricorn, with that incredible work ethic that you bring to the table. For others of you, make sure that you're cleansing. Make sure that you're drinking enough water. But this is also cleansing, the spiritual cleansing. Because again, remember, you'll be. This is quite an undertaking. Okay, it will require you to stay healthy, to remain healthy, to commit to your own health so that you can keep up with the momentum of this, so that you can launch this on such a big scale. People worldwide, potentially, okay, are impacted by what it is that you're launching. Be cleansing on a regular basis. Not every day, okay? You can have little rituals every day, like saging yourself, saging your home. But make sure you're doing your sea salt baths. Make sure that you're drinking enough water. The bigger message here in terms of cleansing is that you're just not drinking enough water. Your body maybe is holding on to some water weight. But the biggest message here is to do something fun by the water, by the ocean. Travel if you can because you've earned it. So let's get a crowning. You know what? It's this simple. For so many of you, you've already gotten clear on what it is that you want. How do you want your business to look? How do you want this to impact your life? How do you want this to impact other people's lives? You know what this is. That's why you've now come into alignment with your life purpose. That's why there's a ton of blessed energy around this new business idea. That's why you're loving what you do. For the majority of you, the message is, what is it that you love? What could you do for work that you love, even if it doesn't seem fully realistic yet? Just get clear on what it is that you would love to do for work. What would you love to do every day that whether or not you got paid for it, you'd still be content doing it? That's what you want to look into, okay? For others of you, you're being asked to get a little more clarity, but it's for yourself so that you can move forward. Yeah. Wow, Capricorn, bottom of the deck, time to go. That's what the blessing in disguise is. It may not be a job that ended. It may just be a life cycle. I mean, not just be. That's a big experience to have. But for some of you, you're finishing out a karmic cycle, a life cycle. It could be that everything's changing. It could be you're moving. I'm feeling for some of you across the board, it's like a relationship ended, you're leaving a job, you're moving, and a catalyst for that may have been an older relationship or a job, but because now you're able to step away from it, there's some breathing room, some freedom to entertain other options, you're just going, gung-ho on changing up everything in your life, but it's very blessed, okay? So embrace this. A big message too, right, coming into your reading before I pulled cards was accept what is. Accept that it's time to go. Accept that you're moving into a new chapter. It's a better chapter, Capricorn. But this is what comes after. This is what comes after. This is contracts. This is committed high-level love relationships, okay? But for so many of you, it's this beautiful shower of abundance. You just have to have a little faith and take that step forward to launch whatever it is that you're passionate about. The time is now. Okay, Capricorn, we're going to take a look at love here. I know that this pertains to love for so many of you. Capricorn in love, April 2019. How do these messages apply to Capricorn in love, April 2019? You guys are calling in very high-level partners if they're not already in your life. There's big love here. For so many of you, I'm feeling like the catalyst for this change across the board is love. For some of you, it was ending a relationship that wasn't of your highest good and then meeting somebody that just has you super passionate about life, but somebody who's truly safe to be with. A beautiful partner. For those of you, you're so grounded and rooted in this beautiful relationship that now you've been in for a while. that the love that exists there is helping spark the flame in terms of work, okay? When we love, when there's an abundance of love in any area of our life, it eventually overflows into everything else, okay? It's the law of attraction. So you have this beautiful partnership, this high-level soulmate that I'm feeling really strongly for you guys. And it may be brand new. This may be someone you've been with for a while. But I do feel like something pretty big ended first before they entered into the picture. It could have been a job ended, you relocated, it could have been a bigger relationship, you may have gotten out of a marriage. Okay, but now you arrive at this higher level soulmate. You're so focused on how happy you are, your gratitude, the way you communicate to friends, family, the universe, about how happy you are, you're just conscious of it. Now that's spilling over and inspiring change in other areas. There is a card that pops. Let me grab that. Okay. Sitting at the center of your reading, you have really legit feelings for this person. These are real feelings, okay? This is not somebody who's going to step into the picture for a little bit of time and then, you know, a few months from now, a year from now, they're out and now you're back and you're single. That's not what this is. This is stable, grounded love. This safe love. But I'm getting romantic feelings for sure. I'm getting a lot of love here, but I'm also getting passion, okay? But I am feeling like this is mutual. For those of you wondering what your partner's thinking, again, we'll look into that. I'm going to do 2 spreads for the love reading, but your partner's right there with you. These are mutual feelings and emotions. Make the effort. If you've had a difficult time, and we all go through those periods of time, especially in love, especially when we're with soulmates, even when they're high-level soulmates, even though high-level soulmates can stay, they're not the fleeting soulmates that come in and show us a lesson and then, you know, we part. High-level soulmate, okay, you may have gone through a challenging time. There's a karmic lesson that needed to be resolved. Whatever that was for you, I feel like that was probably resolved in March, or at least there is a piece of the puzzle that you didn't have so that now you can move forward. There was something about Mercury retrograde that gave you some information by slowing you down. If something resurfaced and it was really frustrating that something resurfaced, understand that Mercury did that for the highest good of your relationship. That was actually really positive, okay? So now as you enter into April, make the effort to come back together. Make the effort to resolve anything that's still lingering, that's karmic, so that you guys can move forward. It's not something that you're supposed to spend too much more time on. Make the effort to be spending more time together. That's a big message for you too, especially if you're working really hard, Capricorn. Making sure that even though you're super excited about the career and the success and the abundance coming in, making sure that this beautiful human being that is in your life, or that will eventually be entering into your life, because this energy is very close to you if you're single, making sure that you make them a priority, okay? It is safe for you to love. It's clarified by Stay Optimistic. If you're single, you won't be single for too much longer unless that's what you want, okay? If you're open to love, if you aren't too afraid of getting vulnerable with somebody, and of course you're probably going to weed through a few people to get to the good one that is of the highest good to stay. If you do that consciously, but you stay open, and you stay open to the vulnerability that is required for any healthy long-term relationship to exist, that person showing up now. I feel like for some of you, you may be dating more than one person. I feel like I'm getting 2 different people here. One is safer than the other. One feels more stable than the other. Now, the one that's not as stable may have more of your attention right now because they're a little bit more exciting, but I don't see that person being the one that's going to offer you the commitment and the long-term, really the long-term commitment. I don't see them being able to stick that out with you. It doesn't mean that they're a bad option, but I am feeling that the safer love, this one, okay, maybe you're not traveling together all the time. Maybe they're like a little more grounded. I'm really feeling like that's the person you really want to stay optimistic about. If you're dating 2 people right now, you may be required to choose before the end of the month who's going to get your energy. I don't feel like going into May still kind of balancing more than one partner is going to feel good for you, or somebody that you like may call you on it. The safer love, even though they don't have your full attention, you have theirs, okay? And you are who and what they're thinking about constantly. So if they start to feel the energy that maybe they're being balanced with somebody else in the picture, even if there are no commitments, no one's doing anything wrong, expect them to show up and be like, look, this is what I want. My feelings for you are legit. Can you meet me here? If not, maybe I'm going to move on. So I do see somebody maybe approaching you. You may be approaching somebody else and saying, okay, enough. What do you want to do here? But for the majority of you, that safe, beautiful love, you move forward. You make the effort to either reconnect to them, make the effort to narrow down your options so that this beautiful, safe love has got your energy. You have a beautiful outcome here. For some of you, even though you don't realize it, again, that safe love isn't the most exciting yet. They will become the most exciting love. They'll offer you something that nobody else has ever been able to offer you before. Here's why. Center of your reading here, Capricorn, we have romantic feelings. They're legitimate. Why? This is your true love. The safe partner, again, I'm getting passion with this too. So you have this beautiful, grounded, safe partner who is absolutely willing to put in the effort to make your relationship healthy so that you guys last, essentially, okay? This is someone who will work through ups and downs with you as they occur in any relationship. It's because they're your true love, okay? You have this true love, you have this safety, you have this passion. I'm actually getting children with this too. I'm getting children with this. You have the potential to settle down now. You may not even realize that this person who doesn't have your full attention, you may not even realize that they're the one. If you're single, you very well could have somebody in the picture right now who is really destined to be in your life, and you don't see it yet. That's why it's important to stay optimistic. Don't close anybody off too quickly. Keep an open mind here, okay? Make the effort is being clarified by getting to know each other. If you're single or if you're at the beginning stage of a relationship, it's really time to invest in depth of conversation. Don't just go out to dinners and drinks and, don't get distracted by anything now, okay? In April, it's something's more grounded. It's going to require deeper conversations, really getting to know somebody. Do you pass the couch test? That's what I call it. Can you sit on the couch with somebody and there's no music, there's nobody else, and can you entertain each other? How good are your conversations? Is that somebody that you can sit there with without feeling awkward? That's what this is all about. Having those deeper conversations. I really think it's those conversations that are going to weed out for some of you that are single that have more than one person potentially in the picture. Those conversations are going to show you that, okay, the person's exciting and we do a lot together, but there isn't a whole lot of depth and I don't want that, okay? I'm actually really intrigued by how this other person, the safer person that wasn't all glamorous at first when they showed up, but wow, do they have a lot of depth? I'm getting Scorpio here for some of you too. This may be a Scorpio partner, and they really blow your mind with the kind of depth that they're capable of. I mean, this comes up a lot in readings for you Capricorn, Geminis. You may be surprised that this Gemini, it could be a Gemini with Scorpio in their chart or vice versa, but you have these incredible conversations, but you didn't perceive this person at first as someone who had that kind of depth, and someone just shocks you, okay? For those of you who are in committed relationships, make the effort, being clarified by getting to know each other. It's sort of about winning each other over again. It's about taking time out from your busy schedules to reconnect and have those conversations of depth that you've probably had many, many times in the past, but circle back to that. It's going to reestablish a connection of sorts between you two, especially if you've been going through a hard time. But keep in mind, this is your true love. This is not somebody you're going to want to walk away from too quickly. Don't judge anybody too quickly, especially if you're single. I really see somebody showing up and you just didn't expect that they could be the one. They're going to totally surprise you. Crowning your reading is this playfulness. So I get Gemini again with this. Capricorn and Gems have this really awesome intellectual connection. Those conversations will be awesome for you, but also balanced with a lot of playful energy. But regardless of what sign this partner is, Make sure that you're having fun. Make sure that you're making the effort, especially for those of you that are coupled. Make the effort again to reconnect, have these conversations, but to go out and enjoy each other's time. Make sure and to enjoy each other with the time that you have together. Make sure that there's this sort of like silly youthfulness, flirtatious, playful energy. Really enjoy your time together. This heals things. Although I'm not feeling like, those of you that are listening, I'm not feeling like there are these really huge game-changing problems. I think if that has been the case, that's something that has showed up in months prior. I'm definitely seeing resolution. Again, you just get like the piece of the puzzle that was missing, some sort of clarity, an aha moment, but you're moving in the right direction. Single or coupled, if you're open to this love, this safer love, this playful energy, really accepting, again, that message of acceptance right before we jumped into your general spread, okay? Accepting that your true love has arrived. Accept it. Accept that this is beautiful. Bottom of the deck is this. Accepting that this new person, this beautiful true love, is not like the old people and old relationships that you have had experience with. Okay, they're not this. They're not this. If you have the opportunity to travel, do it. Okay, April's a really great month to travel. Accept that love is good. Accept that life is good. For those of you, again, if love is just so amazing for you and you're constantly in a state of joy, expect that to start to overflow in career. For others of you, the reason this true love has showed up is because you've taken the risks that you've needed to take. You've had the courage, the work ethic to launch something that you really love now. And because you're in alignment every day, working and doing what you love, it's now helped you call in a higher level romantic partner. What I want to do for you guys, let's take a look, okay? So I'm telling you that this is your true love. What is Capricorn's partner or potential partners? What are they thinking? What are their intentions? How does Capricorn partner perceive Capricorn? Their intentions, what do they want? Where's their mind at? Capricorn's partners in love. April 2019. You saw me shuffle this, right? I don't even know if I'm going to pull any more cards for you because, yeah. Not only do you see them as your true love, you are their true love. They're madly in love with you. They are madly in love with you, Capricorn, even if you don't know it yet. If you're at the very beginning stages of a relationship, they are already there. You just may have to catch up. That's why it's important. Well, first of all, that's why it's important to have those conversations of depth. Okay, we have the same cards showing up here. This applies to your partner. This is beautiful energy. But this true love energy, that's why it's important that you don't cut anybody out too quickly. Wow. I'm telling you, keep an open mind. This goes hand in hand with this true love. This person, this true love, they may not be your type. They may not be as elaborate and, as fancy as, some other option in the picture. But you know what? They're the one. Keep an open mind. Keep an open mind, but have conversations with those that you're really considering having a committed relationship with. Some people will weed themselves out. Okay, true love is being clarified by separation. So this is your partner's energy. They may recognize that you haven't come full circle with this between the two of you because you're still healing from some old energy in older relationships. It's time to resolve this, okay? For those of you that are going through separations with the partner, but you haven't called it quits, the message here really is to make the effort still because this person is a true love and they're still seeing you like this. You see them like this, they see you like this, but it is time. It's time to resolve this. It's the perfect time to resolve this. If you did this a little sooner, it may have been premature. And that's okay. If you guys did rekindle things, say last month, it's fine. But you'll have an easier run with that reconciliation now in April, because there will be less karmic energy showing up. Sitting at the center, getting to know each other, clarify by give your relationship a chance, okay? Don't give up here. Give love a chance if you're single. Keep an open mind. Why? Because you deserve love. I will tell you this. You also may not be the potential partner's type, but they are so open to you. They love that you're not the typical person that they would normally date. That's why they are so connected to you already. They may be, you know, suppressing this energy a little bit. Somebody's shocked about their feelings. It could be you, it could be your partner, but it's beautiful. Somebody's shocked that they are in love. Somebody is shocked to find out that the partner is in love. But trust me, it's here. Okay, this is a big message. I can't remember what sign this was for. This other message came up for. But this is crowning your reading, codependence. This shocking, loving energy is making somebody a little clingy. I think it was Sag. Was it Sag? It was either Sag or Sag's partner. But it's this like, it's somebody is just so in awe of you, or you are so in awe of them. They're different from all the exes, all the old partners, all the old experiences. It's still beginning stages, but because you've been through the ringer with other people, it's like you just want to be with this person. You just want to spend time. They're really becoming like a best friend as well as a romantic partner. If this is your partner, because again, this is the reading your partner, what are their intentions, how do they perceive you? They may see you as being a little codependent, or they may be feeling a little codependent with you, okay? If someone feels smothered, expect a little distance and a little separation. So try to regroup. If it's your partner that's being a little too much this month, because really it comes from a pure place. I'm not feeling addictions. I'm not getting the traditional meaning from this codependence card, okay? Someone just really loves you. They're really blown away by you, or vice versa. But the other partner is like, okay, this is getting a little too intense too quickly. You just don't want that person to pull away. You don't want this true love to separate from you because you got a little too excited. You don't want, you don't want to separate from somebody because they overwhelmed you. Do it with love. Do it assertively, not aggressively. Let somebody know if you need like healthier boundaries. It is going to be important, even if this is very intense for you guys, to be spending time with friends, okay? We do have some karmic stuff coming up at the bottom of the deck, but I'm really feeling for those of you who got out of a relationship right before you met this new person, or if they did, there's still some karmic stuff, especially around trust. Trusting somebody's loyalty, trusting other people's intentions. Can they trust that a great love has arrived and this is it, okay? They're seeing that in you if you're struggling, and vice versa. You may be seeing this in your partner as well. This might be something they're dealing with very quietly and very privately on their end, but I do see it resolving. I don't see exes really interfering with this. It's really just lingering energy, lingering experiences. If it's you, Capricorn, cut energy cords this month, okay? Close all doors. Assure this new love that they've got your attention. And again, if you are balancing more than one person here, it's really time to narrow it down by the end of the month. If you don't, expect this person to confront you because they know you're not just some any old relationship. They know that you're one of a kind, okay? They know that this is legit. They may get here before you get here. Try not to freak out about that, okay? Even if someone's being a little too clingy, it actually comes from a place of love. Okay, Capricorn, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I will be back April 15th for your mid-month love reading. In the meantime, if you would like a healing session or a private reading with me, reach out. I do still have some availability in April, although my availability has been going pretty quickly. I am trying to work on that though, so there's a quicker turnaround time for you guys, okay? So reach out if that's something that you would like or that you need this month. And in the meantime, I'm sending you so much love, light, and gratitude. I'll see you back here soon. Ciao.